Good morning, guys. It's another magic morning out here. Today I want to talk about basics number 3, which is thoughts and beliefs. I'm Ian Shell and I'm glad to be alive. Our brains are basically a biological supercomputer. The brain itself is the hardware, the beliefs are our operating system, and our thoughts, words and deeds are our outputs. So every thought, word and action that we have is underpinned by our beliefs. Now, if we want to change any of our thoughts, words and deeds, we need to address the beliefs that power those. Not such a simple process, but it is possible, and it takes a little bit of practice, but we'll get there and we'll go through that process. Now, all of our stressful thoughts are basically generated by a set of 4 shitty beliefs. The first of these is that shit is not going to plan. The second is that I or they should have done shit differently. The third one is that I'm missing out on shit, and the fourth one is that I'm a piece of shit. Now, you can basically, anything that's causing you stress will generally fit into those 4 categories. Underpinning each of these 4 beliefs is a wish that something was different, a wish that you'd done something differently, that someone else had done something differently, that you could go back in time and change things. And this wish is the difference between reality and what you would have liked to have happened. And this is what causes a lot of the stress. So the 4 shitty beliefs have a corresponding shit-hot upgrade. And this is what we need to apply so that we can get from wishing mode to acceptance mode. So shitty belief number 1, shit is not going to plan, can be upgraded by the belief that shit happens. Life is a roller coaster, it's full of ups and downs, take the good with the bad. It's quite often that these bad moments in life is what generates a lot of opportunities and a lot of learning for us. So there is actually good things in the bad times. So shitty belief number 2, that I or they could have done shit differently, can be upgraded with the belief that I or they did the best with the shit they had at the time. Now, what this means is that no matter what happens in our life, pretty much every person tries to do the best they can with the tools and the thoughts and beliefs that they have at the time. So accepting this fact helps to reduce our stress. So shitty belief number 3, that I'm missing out on shit, can be upgraded by the belief that when I lose shit, I gain shit. And this means that in every situation there is value. In every time you miss out on something, you also gain some experience and some knowledge and some wisdom that maybe next time you might do things differently. And finally, shitty belief number 4, I'm a piece of shit, which essentially means that you're devaluing yourself, that you're calling yourself bad names, all these sort of things can be upgraded by the belief that I'm always shit hot. And what this means is that our value as a human being is always the same. Now, self-esteem is a gauged value that's all in your head. But the reality is that our value as a human being is exactly the same as anyone else's. We were born on this planet, we all go out the same way. And the analogy that comes to mind is the $100 bill. You can fold it, you can scrunch it, you can dip it in a piece of shit, you can grind it, but at the end of the day, it's still worth $100. That's the same for a human life. Our value as a human being can never be underwritten or degraded. And this acceptance that we are always worthy is what helps us to reduce stress. So there we have the 4 shitty beliefs that cause us stress and their equivalent shit-hot upgrades. Now, what we need to do is apply these upgrades to our beliefs. And the process to do this is called journaling. So essentially, we sit down, pen and paper, write out a situation that's causing us stress, that causes emotion, and write it all out in full. All the colourful language, all the emotion, all the thoughts, all the hatred, anything you want to put down on paper, just rip it out. The more, the better. Now, once you finish writing this out, then you go through and you analyse all your wording. When you analyse your wording, what you need to do is check the 4 shitty beliefs and identify those in any of your language. So circle any words or any sentences that correspond to one of the 4 shitty beliefs that causes stress. Once you've written it out and you've identified all the shitty beliefs, then what you need to do is rewrite this and rewrite it in such a way that we can apply the shit-hot upgrades. So with this journaling process, you may need to do it several times. And if you go through your stories and you find that you still feel stress or you still feel emotion, chances are you need to keep going through this process until that emotion or stress somewhat resides. So with rewriting your story and journaling, the idea here is to get to an acceptance of reality, and that is what helps us to reduce stress. And eventually you'll get good at this process. If you do it enough, it'll become habit, and you'll be able to do this on the fly while bad things are happening to you. You'll be able to apply the equivalent upgrades to your thoughts as you're running. So to recap, our brains are a biological supercomputer. Our beliefs is the operating system working on that computer, and our outputs are our thoughts, words and deeds. Now, if we want to change our outputs or our emotions We need to go through the 4 shitty beliefs that cause us stress and apply shit hot upgrades, and that helps us to reduce stress. So that's it for me today, guys. Thank you for joining me. If you found value in this video, please like and share it. Leave any comments, suggestions, questions in the boxes below, and I'll get back to you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.